Here we frickin' are, dude. Watching the sky get dark. You know? Chilling, dude. Back to climbing. Had to take like, let me think, 8 days off. Because I screwed my toe up. It's doing a lot better now. Let's take a look. Look at that. It's peeled up. New skin coming through. Climbed for 3 freaking hours. We got a helicopter up here? What the hell's going on? Ah, shit. What's up, Sheik? What the fuck? They out to get me, Sheik. They saw me streaming. They found me, dude. They found me. Fucking assholes. Yeah, toe seems good. Today's my last day of antibiotics. Took one this morning. That was my last one. Whole week, you know. Pretty sure I got no fucking bacteria in me. I ain't got nothing. It was, I forget what the hell it was called. You know, they always name these fucking things all weird. You know? Gotta be all fucking chemical with it. You know, cycle a dick in the ass around or whatever. So they give me one for skin specifically. Like, I could tell toward the end of that cycle, toward the end of the week, like the skin on my fucking face was starting to get all fucked up looking. I think it's screwing up my biome or something. But we're off it now, you know, so it's all good. It doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, I climbed like 3 hours today. Took it pretty easy, you know, despite being there for a long time. I pretty much spent the first 2 hours climbing, you know, V0 to V4, basically. So, pretty easy. I might have did like a V5 or something, I don't fucking remember. Easy shit, you know, I probably did like, shit, I don't know, a dozen problems, you know, on the set wall. The employees and the volunteers set. Pretty good set. Then after that, tried some moonboard benchmarks. You know, I never finished all the V5s, so I'm going back to there. And there's a fuck ton of them. I think like 40 or 50 or something. I've done maybe like 20. I don't know. So got one of those done. But my skin was starting to fucking hurt. Yeah, we don't climb for a while. Like, you lose the calluses pretty quickly. So it is what it is. But yeah. Now I'm just fucking chilling. Feel like I'm talking a little more Italian than usual. I was watching The Sopranos. So I got that Italian American shit going on. What am I puffing on? It's a secret, dude. You can't tell anybody. What am I puffing on? Hey, what am I puffing on? None of your fucking business, huh? I got fucking cops going by and helicopters over here. What am I puffing on? Better be puffing smoke out fucking 4 holes in the ass. You keep asking questions. Hey, get the fuck out of here. Asking me all these fucking questions, huh? You're gonna be fucking puffing out a goddamn respirator. Nah, you know what it is. It's illegal. I'll tell you that. It's fucking legal. come at me. But yeah, man, I kind of regret that I didn't really try too hard to finish the V5 benchmarks because I'm pretty sure where I'm going in Georgia, there's gonna be no freaking moon board. They have a training board, but I'm pretty sure it's some other variety. So, oh well. Guess I won't be seeing a moon board again. I got one more week here. I might climb maybe one more time. We'll see. I'm pretty busy, obviously, with the move and stuff. But I want to say the gym near the new house has a kilter board, which is pretty, or maybe it's a tension board. One of those fucking things. Yeah, another board that's popular. Another popular training board. But we'll see. We'll see how it is. Get you a fucking shine box. What does it even mean? What is a shine box? Saying shit I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I think you're more Italian than me, Shiki. Shine box. What is that, an ass or something? But I've been thinking, oh, Goodfellas. Gotcha. I gotta watch those movies again. I've only seen Goodfellas once. I've seen The Godfather probably like 8, 9 fucking times. Who knows? I've got it on DVD. I watched, what was that fucking one on Netflix? It was Scorsese, I believe. It was like, The Irishman. Yeah, yeah. Boring as shit. Movie's like fucking 3.5 hours, And there's maybe like 40 minutes of interesting shit. It's just a bunch of fucking, like, edit your movies. What are you doing? You're fucking Scorsese. You got all kinds of whatever the fuck awards, Grammys, Emmys, whatever the fuck they call them. I will say I did. Yeah, you skipped that one. Honestly, fuck it, man. You can skip it. It's very skippable. But no, I did like the end of that movie. So spoiler alert. If you do plan on watching it, fucking mute me or whatever, or go away for a minute. But the end of it was pretty interesting because it follows the guy who's basically the killer, right? He's like the assassin for the mob. Right? And he's a total, sociopath. I guess you can call him a psychopath. He's killing people, obviously. But, like, not one of these, serial killer types that, like, likes doing it. He's totally, he just doesn't care. I'm trying to think of the word right now for that kind of, psychological status or whatever. But he's totally indifferent. He's totally indifferent to killing people. And at the end of the movie, it follows his whole fucking life, basically. He's on his, I wouldn't say death's door, but like he's in a retirement home. He's old as shit. He figures he might die soon. So he brings the priest over. And he's talking to the priest and he's, telling his like confessions and whatever. And he's like, basically, in so many words, is asking, like, is it possible that I can be forgiven? Is it possible that I can be saved? Even though I'm, like, indifferent to everything that I've done, and I'm not sorry because that's, like, beyond my capacity. I just don't have the fucking mental capacity to be sorry. And the priest kind of pauses for a moment, and he's like, you're still coming for forgiveness from a rational, logical point of view. I think you can still be forgiven. I thought that was very interesting, because you never really think about shit like that. If you're a regular-ass person, you can't really, it's hard to believe there's people out there with no fucking feelings, I thought that was really fucking interesting. But Other than that, some scenes where they're out killing people and shit, it was a pretty fucking boring movie. I do not recommend it. But anyway, what else is good, man? What's another good ass mob film? You got Goodfellas, you got Godfather. I'm watching The Sopranos right now. What's another one? Trying to think. Trying to think what else is going on. Yeah. Yeah, you're totally right, dude. They tried to make De Niro look young, and it was totally fucking stupid. They should have just hired another actor to play him young. Cuz the guy's like what is he, like 70 something? And they're trying to make him look like he's 30 or 40, or whatever. And they even try to make him, I mean, at least when he was in his 20s or whatever, they had the special effects going. But then later on, when he's like a young father, maybe mid 30s, it's just him. It's just him in makeup and a wig, shuffling around like a fucking old ass geriatric motherfucker that he is. And I'm like, what am I watching? Y'all not have a fucking budget for this movie? Like, hire another fucking actor that kind of looks like him. What is this shit? It was stupid as hell. I agree. It kind of ruined at least that part of the movie for me. Because if you want to watch a fucking movie, you want to, like, be immersed in it. And then you see some shit like that, and it just knocks you into reality. And you're like, what the fuck am I watching? I was into this movie a little bit, and now they gotta, like, fuck up the realism. Dumbasses. Robert fucking De Niro. For real, man. I know, I'm cussing, it's funny, but I'm serious. It's fucking stupid as shit. Robert De Niro. He's a great actor, but damn. I don't know if it was his ego or what. I don't know if he just wanted to play a young person again, a young version of himself again. Didn't want any fucking actor playing him, but it was stupid. Real stupid. And it's like, damn, man, you've done enough. What are you trying to prove? Raging Bull, fucking, what's it, Taxi Driver. Fucking, he was in Goodfellas, right? All those fucking movies. Hey, how's it going? I don't know how to read your freaking name. Looks like a weird version of Jacob. How you doing, man? We're talking shit about The Irishman. That stupid ass mob movie where De Niro's old ass was trying to look like he was 40. Stupid ass. You doing good, man? That's good. Where are you from? Where are you coming from? You a subscriber? What's going on? You know who I am, or you just stumbled by here? Either way, welcome. Welcome to the hangout. We're chilling on the porch. I'm swinging around, dude. Just rocking it. Rocking and talking bullshit. I'm gonna have to buy a rocking chair from the for the new house. I'm moving in like a week. New York, hey, you know what's up? I love New York. I don't think I'd want to live there. No offense, but I've been there several times. I had friends who lived there for a while. It's a very nice place. A lot of culture, which is important. I'm moving to Georgia. Athens, Georgia, to be precise. Good bit of culture there. I'm coming from Alabama, and I gotta tell you, not a lot of fucking culture in Alabama. It's very, what's the word for it? Can't even think of the fucking right term. Words are hard. I want to say monotonous, but that's not the right word. But you get my drift. Yeah, New York's expensive, man. You gotta have like 5 fucking roommates or something. A friend of mine had like 3 roommates in this shitty apartment, and one of her roommates was dating a damn heroin addict. I was telling her, I was like, you gotta get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? You got dudes coming over here strung out on heroin of all fucking drugs. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Living in hell, man. The concrete jungle, as they say. Yeah, country as fuck. You're right, Sheik. You know what's up, man. You're out there. You're in the southeast as well. You know, a little more north than me. Yeah, man. You got a few weird people here and there, but you know, if you're in the fucking southeast, it's every state's kind of the same. I came from Georgia, I moved to Alabama. It might as well be the same fucking state. You know what I mean? They just like different football teams. That's pretty much it. It's the same fucking culture and everything. Um, I assume it's the same in like South Carolina, North Carolina. You know, Florida's a little different, you know, because it's more like on the ocean and shit. And you go to South Florida and it's like, you know, you got a bunch of Cubans and stuff like this. So definitely unique. But yeah, all these fucking like more inland places, they're just a bunch of country redneck motherfuckers. Just fucking shuffling around like De Niro's old ass in that movie. Yeah, I went from the tide to the dogs. Yeah, I went from the dogs to the tide, now I'm going back to the dogs. That's pretty much it, man. Fucking football. Fucking American ass football. I'm tired of that shit. Fucking sports. So what's going on in New York, man? He already gone. He might have left already. I don't know. I know it's expensive there, that's for sure. But it's a cool place to visit. You ever been to freaking New York, Shiki? It's a hell of a place. A lot of shit going on there, I will say that, you know. Like I remember just walking down the street in Brooklyn, I forget where. And you know, there's some like comedy show going on. You know, it's getting a little dark. It's probably around this time, maybe a little earlier. You know, you got the freaking guys outside, you know, handing out pamphlets and shit. And walked by this one place, comedy show going on. You know, it already started, so the barker at the door was like, "Hey, I'll give you like half off." You know, it's already started, about half an hour late, give or take. I'm like, all right, fuck it. You know, it was like $30 or something for both of us, me and my friend. You know, go in there, some pretty funny comics. You know, they had like, of course, the catch in any of these comedy places, especially up north in the cities and shit. They catch you on with the cheap entry, and you go in. Turns out there's like a 2 or 3 drink minimum, and their drinks are expensive as fuck. You know, that's the catch always. And there's little stingy fucking hole in the wall places. But anyway, some pretty good comics, fun time. And then one of the headliners was actually like, I forget his fucking name now, but it was like a fairly famous guy, like a guy I've seen on like TV and shit. And I was like, oh fuck, you know, out of nowhere, just some fucking celebrity, you know. I mean, definitely like, you know, C-class celebrity, but still pretty cool. You know, you can't really see shit like this in fucking Alabama, right? You know, but up there in New York, you know, California, fucking places like this, whatever, you might run into some crazy shit like that out of nowhere. You know, not even planned. So that's the cool thing about it. Of course, there's also a lot of shitty things, like old Jacob said. expensive as shit. You got, you know, that's America in a nutshell, man. Just fucking melting pot, all kinds of fucking people, all kinds of weirdos, you know, just fucking all stirred together in a fucking pot. So you never know what the hell you're gonna run into, you know. Could be a good thing because it brings all kinds of culture to the area. You know, lots of different spices. You know what I mean? Different flavors. Literally and like metaphorically speaking. But then also, you know, didn't work out sometimes. You get like gangs and shit. You know, a lot of violence, fucking murders. You know, fucking bad economic fucking issues, socioeconomic issues. You know what I mean? People in bad situations. Rent's so fucking high. You know, go to this New York, follow their dream. They can't fucking survive. And then it's like, guess I'll start robbing people. Guess I'll start mugging people. You know what I mean? Guess I'll start fucking doing drugs to get out of this depression. And then all of a sudden they're homeless. They're shitting on the fucking subway, you know? Heard they bump into you. Oh, yeah, yeah. Come on, excuse me? You don't say excuse me, New York. You say fuck you, dude. You know what I mean? Or you don't say shit, usually. You just keep walking. Unless you're trying to start a fight. You don't say nothing. It's just normal, you know. It's so damn crowded, depending on where you are, when you know what time of day it is. You might just fucking bump into people. It is what it is. The fucking sidewalks are packed like sardines sometimes. Or you just got people that are assholes too. You know, want to kind of test you. You know, maybe looking for a fight, looking for a reason to do something. You know, but yeah, it's not like the South, man. Nobody's saying yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. You know, fucking thank you. You know, thank you. Even that is like lost on those fucking people. Manners. I remember one time, you know, I had a job for a while that was on a national level, you know. And so I was working with people from all over. You know, I'm in the South still doing this job. So I talk like I do. I've got good manners. You know, to me it's just like normal shit. You know, it's like good customer service, good like, you know, relations to be polite and shit. Some bitch from New York. I think I told her yes ma'am or some shit in an email, and she fucking complained about it. And I was like, all right, well next time I'm gonna say fucking nothing. I'm gonna say fuck you. You know, it can go both ways, bitch. Which way do you like it? You want the polite me? You want me to say fuck yourself? Those are the only two options. You know? Crazy as hell. I know the reason why I couldn't fucking live there. You know? Freaking get in a fight over a yes ma'am or some shit. I'm gonna say yes bitch next time. Oh man. It's always the bitches, man. It's the bitches who be bitching. You know, it's in the word. Who the fuck else is here? Say hi or something, huh? Come on. You don't got no fucking manners. You come to my stream, and you don't say hello to me. I do appreciate the like though. If that was you, whoever the fuck you are, thank you for the like. Yeah. If you want to watch unhinged live streams, or if you want to see some fitness or rock climbing content, you know, subscribe. And if not, go fuck yourself. Hey, you got two fucking options. You either subscribe and press the like button, or fuck your mother. You know what I'm saying? You come in my house and you don't say fucking hi to me? What kind of manners is this? Oh, and toad pokes. You're right. You know what? Just because you said that, I'm gonna look around for some toads. I might fuck up the stream a bit if I start walking around, but we'll see if I can find any. I don't really have any light. But don't see any. They're usually pretty close by. You can hear the freaking cicadas. Oh, we'll get into the darkness. I don't know. If there was some around, they'd be around here. They like the rocks. They like the rocks for some reason. But I don't see any. That's about it. That's about it with the toad pokes. I have to get a few more toad poke videos in before I leave. You missed Nickel Gaines. Yeah, he's from New York, right? But he moved to Florida. Yeah, he's living there now. He came back briefly. I caught him on a live stream. He came back after a few months, and then he just kind of fucked off again. So hopefully he's doing okay. Shout out to the homie. Pour one out for the homie. Damn, look at those arms, son. Look at the veins. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even fucking flexing right now. The biceps exploding. I've been doing a little bit of back levers here and there at the gym, and already I can tell my biceps are getting bigger. It's amazing what isometrics can do. Yeah, he's on that grind. He's probably working. You're right. I'm sure, man. And he's got a family, you know what I mean? I know it's not easy out here. I'm over here childless. You know, I got two dogs, and I'm married, but, you know, no human children, and I don't even plan on having any. But we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. You know, never say never, but not really planning on it. Not about that life. So I can't really speak for that, but I know it's hard. I got friends with kids, obviously. I know it's not easy. You know, especially if they're really young. I got a friend right now with like two very young children, like 1 and 2. And they are living hell right now. But, you know, it's all good. It's all part of the process. You know, there's good days, bad days, good times, bad times. Sometimes you sleep, sometimes you don't, you know what I mean? But it'll all be worth in the end if that's what they really want. You know, you gotta work for what you really want in life. But, I'm not really into it. I don't know, I'm such a nonconformist. You know, that's kind of cringy for some people. But I can't help it. It's just how I am. Just how I am, man. Somebody tells me what to do, my immediate response, like my knee-jerk reaction is like, fuck that. I'm gonna go do something else. You know? If I see a lot of people doing something, I think something's wrong with them. You know? I know there's not. You know? I know there's not. And it's okay to be, you know, quote-unquote normal. You know? So it's just like, ugh. Personally, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm like, nah, I gotta do my own thing. I don't know what it is. But there it is. Just a personality thing, I guess. ADHD kind of shit. Yeah, maybe. It could be part of it. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I find that shit annoying. I remember, like, man, I had a you know, good friend group, good close friend group growing up, especially in high school. Had a good, you know, 5, 6 guys. Some women too, some girls too, here and there. But they were all fucking weird like me, you know what I mean? And in their own ways. So we kind of vibe together. But other than those people, I didn't fuck with hardly anybody in school, you know? Like, I see all these people look the fuck, they try to look the fucking same, they try to act the fucking same, they try to, like, rise this kind of fabricated social ladder, you know? Be like the popular kids. And I was over here like, look at these fucking mooks, dude. Look at these fucking morons. What it, you know what I mean? You're fucking 15. Who gives a fuck? You know? I will say though, nobody really fucked with me in high school. I wasn't like muscular or nothing back then, really. But I think they could tell that I just didn't give a shit. You know? You can't really bully somebody who genuinely does not care. If you try, it's like talking to a fucking wall, you know? It's like, this fucking guy. Yep. Ugh. And half my friends were just insane. I grew up with one guy, man. You feel me? Yeah, I know you feel me. Ugh. We're cut from the same cloth, perhaps, or at least the same fucking type of fabric. I don't know. But, I had crazy friends growing up too, man. Like, if people knew who the fuck I was hanging out with, that might have been one reason why they wouldn't fuck with me. Because I hung out with guys that like would get into fights for fun and shit. I didn't fight anybody in high school. I knew better by then. I used to know one guy. His name's Angelo. I'll say his real name. I don't give a shit. Yeah, but I'm not gonna give you his social security number. But I'll say his name's Angelo. There's like a 10 million Angelos out there. So good luck, But dude, this guy, one of the craziest people I've ever met in my life. Funny as hell. Funny as hell. Which is why we were friends. And he ended up getting on the swim team with me because he wanted to be in the Marines and he like couldn't fucking swim. But this guy, he must have had like pathological freaking levels of testosterone in him. Let me tell you about this motherfucker. He could not swim. He could float a little bit, you know what I mean? And within a season, that motherfucker was swimming faster than my ass. He was doing the freestyle, and he was like maybe a second off from making state. Doing the fucking 50-meter sprint or whatever. Or sorry, 50-yard, because I'm fucking American. What's up, Yoked and Griddles? How's it going, man? Hope you're doing alright. Welcome to bullshitting on the porch, the stream. I saw you doing those crazy-ass pull-ups, man. Props. Mad props. You gotta be like 40, 50 pounds heavier than me, and you're fucking lifting or doing pull-ups with like 30 pounds more than I can do. Crazy as hell. I don't know who the fuck is here other than Sheik. There's one other motherfucker here that said shit. But you should subscribe to Yoked and Griddled. He's a strong fucking guy. But anyway, so Angela, right? Motherfucker learns how to sprint. Couldn't even swim. He learns to sprint within like 7 months, pretty much. Okay? Now, let me speak a little more about this theory I have about him having like pathological levels of testosterone. With a name like Angelo, obviously, Cuban American guy. So, grew up with lots of brothers, I don't know what happened to his dad. His dad's out of the picture, His mom is like toughest fucking lady I've met in my life, And like she used to be like a bodybuilder, so she was still like fit as shit. Look, she could kick my ass anyway. And his brother was fucking huge, worked out all the fucking time. If they get to join the Marines. So Angela's like, I want to join the Marines too, And back then, it was starting to get a little bit granola out there. We started getting some like hippy dippy types. Kids started to like think they're fucking liberal and shit. You know what I mean? And there's this girl, that was over here, and Angela and me talking, and other friends and shit. And she was a friend of mine actually. But I don't fucking vouch for her ass anymore. And he's talking about, yeah, I'm gonna, join the Marines, blah blah blah. She overhears them. She's like, "Oh, you're gonna go into the military? Why are you gonna go into the military?" And starts talking all this shit about how fuck the military and blah blah blah. Just far left bullshit. And this is like 2007 or something. It was just starting to get kind of crazy. And so she's like, "Why you want to join the military?" And he just looks her in the fucking eyes, and he's like, "Cause I want to kill motherfuckers." And just freaked her out, and she like ran off. That shit was so funny. But here's the craziest thing that he did. I'm gonna tell you two other stories. The craziest one is he used to go out to like the one bar that was in this town, right? A small fucking town I grew up in. He'd go out to the bar at the age of like fucking 15, But again, the guy is full of testosterone, looks like a grown ass man at 15, right? So he goes to the bar, fake ID and all that, drinks, dances, or whatever, and he's picking up like every weekend. He's picking up like a fucking 20 to 40-year-old woman and just fucking their brains out. You know what I'm saying? Going to their place and just fucking whatever, drinking, smoking weed, and just fucking grown women at 15, dude. Now, technically, legally, that's statutory rape. But believe me, this guy, I'm telling you, he was like a grown-ass man as a teenager, dude. It was insane. It was fucking insane. But he's doing good now. I'm not going to tell you what he's up to now, but he's got like, pretty regular-ass job and shit. Survived his campaigns, you know what I mean, in fucking Afghanistan and shit, so he's doing good. He's got he's on his second wife right now. That kind of shit. So he's doing alright. But the other crazy thing he did, maybe not quite as crazy, is him and this other guy who I did not like. I thought he was a piece of shit. But he would hang out with him because I think they lived close to each other or something. But they would just go out, dude, to people's places. Usually people who went to the same school we did they didn't like, and they would just fucking break into their house and steal shit, Or they would see them, like if they were outside the house, like some mob shit. He would just threaten them or beat the shit out of them and like steal their wallet. Just committing crimes, dude. But he couldn't help it. I'm telling you, the guy had pathological levels of testosterone, dude. He couldn't fucking help it. He just out there fucking committing crimes and screwing. That's like all, even lifting weights and fucking doing cardio. That's like all you can really do if your testosterone level is like fucking 2,000 micrograms, or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? I hope he's not reeling underage chicks. I don't think he'd do that. He's a good guy despite his past sins. He had a good soul, I think. I remember one time a good friend of mine, one of my oldest friends, has a like genetic condition, right? A very rare one that fucks up his health, basically, right? And his like skeleton, kind of formed different shit, so it doesn't look like, quote unquote normal people. He looks different, but other than that, He's like a regular guy, smarter than me, you know. But I remember we were taking the bus to swim team, right? And it's like me, Angelo, and this dude whose name I won't say, and this other fucking guy who I will say because fuck him. His name was Gregory. He was also on swim team. And he was a little bit younger than us. I think he was maybe a sophomore. We were like seniors or something at this time. And I'm talking to these guys or whatever. Then, Gregory's dumbass comes over and he's like, "Oh, you know this dude? You know this retard?" And I'm like, "Are you calling my friend a retard right now?" You know? And so I'm getting pissed, but I'm still, since I have a regular level of hormones, I'm still at the verbal altercation. Angelo, Angelo was not at the verbal altercation. He escalated immediately to taking his fucking shirt off, pushing the guy, and start swinging on him. Which was fucking amazing. Probably the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. So, great friend, I will say. Defends his friends immediately. Even his friends' friends. Let me get back in the chat a little bit. Yoke is saying he's got a friend named Max who has a rare condition that causes bone growth in his brain. Yeah, man. When your brain starts calcifying on you, it's not a good sign. You just gotta quit eating the fucking McDonald's, dude. I got nothing against the guy personally. I don't like to be attacking people on YouTube. But I've seen some of his fucking videos, especially back in the day when I was subscribed to him, like 3 years ago. And I was like, some of these talking ass videos he did, and probably still does, who knows. I don't fucking watch his shit anymore. I don't fuck with him. Remember watching some of these videos, and I'm like, this guy's mentally ill. This guy's fucking mentally ill, dude. What is going on? Like, he's just threatening people, talking shit. Like, it goes beyond talking shit. And it was like people I was subscribed to. In fact, I think that guy left YouTube probably partly because of crazy motherfuckers like Max. And I was like, what the fuck? This guy's talking all this shit about this fucking guy. I forget his YouTube handle now, but he was like one of these, older gentlemen. You know what I mean? Get into shape, doing burpees and shit. And Max is fucking just flapping his fat fucking lips about this guy. And I was like, what is going on? What is this fucking... Are we in middle school? Is this real life right now? What are we doing here? So I don't fuck with that guy because I think he's crazy, but at the same time, I'm not going to talk too much shit. Let me read down a little bit. Sorry, I'm a little behind in the chat. Sheik says Max also is diabetic with Down syndrome, and he has AIDS. Damn, that's a rough combo. I do believe the diabetic part, because that motherfucker was always eating McDonald's and whatever the fuck. You're not going to see my ass eating fast food. Maybe once in a blue moon, Like, I had fucking Chick-fil-A yesterday because I was on a 5-hour drive and I was hungry, you know what I mean? But you're not gonna see me stuffing fucking Big Macs down my gullet like it's, going out of fucking style. Anyway, going down in the chat. Yoke to say, yeah, Angela was out for blood, man. He wasn't fucking around, I'm telling you. That motherfucker, if you could go back in time and take a blood sample from that guy, you probably could have learned something. You probably could have replicated that shit somehow, synthesized it, and made like a new steroid or something. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is top tier fast food. Definitely a little bit healthier than most. And good customer service. You go to fucking these other places, you got fucking whatever, these dumb fucking idiots working there. Just fucking momoing around. Not giving a shit. Probably spitting your fucking food. You're not gonna get a my pleasure, none of that fucking politeness for sure. Alright, what else we got going on? We got Yoke saying some shit. Max got a brain injury when he tried to deep throat a Jamaican and, and the 13-incher slammed into his brain. That'll do it to you, man. That'll do it to you. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is top tier, man. I pretty much only fuck with Chick-fil-A and Taco Bell. I'm not like a vegetarian or anything, but I don't eat a ton of meat, especially fast food meat. I find disgusting. So if I go to Taco Bell, I'll get like a bean burrito or some shit, Their beef is okay. The ground beef is all right, but I know that shit's probably got some fucking cancer in it. You know what I'm saying? Just eating fucking poison out here. Alright, what else we got going on? Max did a car rant on Chick-fil-A customer service no long ago. Well, he must be smoking crack or just delusional because Chick-fil-A has the best customer service. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I've been to at least a dozen different Chick-fil-A's traveling and shit. Even airports and shit. 10 out of 10 every time. They don't fuck around, dude. Ooh, Sheik doing Taco Tuesdays. Today is Sunday, though. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you doing Taco Tuesdays tonight? Or are you talking about you're gonna do that every Tuesday? I know you do it some Tuesdays. Is that like part of your routine? Tacos are great, man. I don't go to Taco Bell that often unless I'm just on the road or something, or it's late as hell. I gotta go to bed soon, but I want to eat. Because you can do them yourself so easy. You know? So easy. It's like the easiest shit in the world to put a taco together. But it's so good, It's like low effort, high reward. That's the kind of meals I'm trying to make. Pizza Monday. So do you do pizza every Monday and then tacos every Tuesday? Do you have like a... I know you told me you're a little OCD, so it wouldn't surprise me if you have like a schedule like that throughout the week. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Gives you something to look forward to, And you can always, pizza and tacos, you can always mix it up. You can have like an infinite combination of like toppings and whatever, even cheese and sauce and whatever. So it's a good way to do it. Until Aiden says, nah, yeah, that's right. You gotta give him what he wants. You gotta give the kid what he wants. The rest is freestyled. Very nice. We we were traveling this weekend and all this, eating at restaurants and shit. So we were trying to be very, very healthy tonight. Had a salad. Had a nice Greek salad, some feta, threw some like stir-fried tofu in there just for a little more protein and shit. A little more vitamins and minerals and shit. It was good. It was very good. Very hearty, healthy meal. I like a good hearty salad, Yeah, you know it, man. Greek salads, they are the bomb, indeed. Cannot deny it. I think Jotun Griddle fucked off. That's fine, though. That was cool that he dropped by. Oh, you knew that guy, Sheik? I'm pretty sure you probably, seen his videos here and there. Dude's strong as hell. Saw him doing like, what was he doing? Bulgarian split squats or some shit. Or maybe just split squats, like regular split stance squats with like, I don't even know, crazy weights. Like over 200. Well over 200 for reps. It was like fucking 18 reps or some shit. Guy is just, maximizing the muscle gains all the damn time. All about the hypertrophy over there. but he's strong as shit too. It's a good combo. Yeah, he's good people, man. Well, that's been cool. It's been cool talking. That was like a 50-minute fucking live, my longest one in a while. He's like if you and me form into a person. I can kind of see that. Yeah, I can kind of see that. But, oh, look at this, fucking cockroach. Better kill this thing. I'm gonna go and end it here. Long ass stream, probably the longest one I've done in a while. It was just talking about shit. I'm gonna kill this cockroach just over here. I'm gonna drink some water. I'm gonna hang out with my wife and the dogs. Have a good night, man. Take it easy. Have a good one. Thanks for dropping by and conversing. Peace.